Greetings, my dear. How are you? Are you well? That's lovely to hear. You certainly look well. Though I suppose you always do. You're always a delight to gaze at. Hmm? Why, this party's for you, silly. I know. You assured me after the fourth one that I didn't have to continue with the festivities, but where's the fun in that? You're my most honoured guest. Another party is the least I can do for your arrival. Absolutely not. I insist. You do deserve one. No matter what you say or do, I will forever continue to celebrate each and every one of your arrivals here in my kingdom. Anything to make you smile and ensure you're comfortable. You are comfortable, yes? Splendid. The very last thing I'd want is for you to feel tense or overwhelmed. As strange as it may sound, I want you to feel at home here in the Faelands, this kingdom, and my palace. It's no farm or human-built castle, I know, but regardless, I pray you begin to see it as yours too. My home is your home, my lovely human. I want to share it with you. My, what a sweet smile. You're quite the darling. That reminds me. Please, wait here for a moment. These are for you, my dear. This is a bouquet composed of only the finest flowers from my kingdom. You see, I arranged a consultation with the most famous florist of the Faelands and requested that he create a floral arrangement with a secret message. Indeed, I will say, I'm curious to see if you can decipher it. Although, I hear the language of flowers is not as popular over there as it is here. That's right, the language of flowers. We Fae have been using it for centuries. It is a special part of our culture. That's why, in this land, you will often see bouquets delivered to homes instead of letters, because sometimes a flower or two is all you need to send a message to someone. If you're unsure of what message lies beneath your bouquet, I would be happy to help. Yes, I suppose that would eliminate the purpose of a secret message, but I can't help myself. I want to see your reaction. Do you see these here? These are lilies. They represent devotion and commitment. These orchids here represent desire and allure. The carnations stand for fascination. And these roses? They are a symbol of passion and other things that I'm too timid to say out loud. I believe it would be best if we spoke alone. Just the two of us. Come, follow me. After you. Welcome, my dear, to my private chambers. No one should disturb us here. Do you like what you see? With those amazed eyes of yours, I take it you're not accustomed to such appearances. I thought so. Please, take a seat by the fire. Let the warmth melt away the midnight chill. May I ask, how do humans love one another? What are your customs? I apologize for my frankness. I only ask because, well, I'm curious. 'Tis not a crime to be curious, is it? I just want to know. That's all. Oh, you're not sure? Why not? Not enough experience, you say? Why, I don't believe that for a second. A being as bewitching as you has surely had their fair share of suitors. It does not matter if you're a farmer. Farming is a very noble pursuit. Any lady who was well of mind would see you for the delight you are and use every tactic possible to win your affection. If what you say is true, and no one has attempted to claim you as theirs, then those around you must be ill in the mind. My lovely human, look at yourself. You are a sparkling diamond, just waiting to be claimed. If those around you refuse to see that, then so be it. Because when all is said and done, they are the ones who are missing out, not you. They'll never know of the love you have to offer. And, quite frankly, I don't believe they deserve it. I love to read stories about human love. I find them fascinating. The tales of Orpheus and Eurydice, Romeo and Juliet, Eros and Psyche. I feel it's the tragedy of each story that draws me in, as well as the passion that those lovers share. But when I think about it a little more, I think it's the unlikeliness of each relationship that captures my attention. Romeo and Juliet, for example, loved each other greatly, despite their families being sworn enemies. To love someone like that, without any regard for the consequences, it's such a powerful display of devotion. The same could be said for Orpheus and Eurydice. Orpheus turned to face Eurydice, not because he wanted to cast her back down to the underworld, but because he loved her. His devotion to his lover was so passionate that he damned them both. What a beautifully tragic tale. The love between humans is strong and unwilting. From what I've read, it appears as though the love you hold for one another transcends any and all laws and restrictions. It's beautiful. It's divine, godly. I wish I could experience it. Actually, since we're on the topic, there's something I'd like to show you. One moment. This here is a box of romantic human trinkets that I found from outside the garden gate. No one else knows about this box. It's a secret of mine. I fear that if the other Fae knew of my little collection, they would become distant towards me. I'm already testing their patience with this party I organize for you. If they knew about this, then they may send for a doctor. They don't quite understand my fascination with humans. And, to an extent, I don't either. But, regardless, I cannot stop how I feel. This box is proof of that. Let us look through it together. Ah, yes. This is the silver ring I found in the flower field just south of the gate. The engravings on it are simply captivating. Don't you agree? That's right. I believe it's a wedding ring. I wonder who dropped it. Quite the mystery indeed. I hope they don't miss it too badly. A heart-shaped gemstone. I believe it's made of amethyst, if I'm not mistaken. I admit it's a little difficult to say for certain. I found it resting on top of an old wishing well. It was just so charming. I had to pick it up and take it home. Oh dear. It didn't cross my mind that it might have been a wish for the well. Goodness me, I was so bewitched by the jewel that I didn't even consider it. I hope they can forgive me. Truly. Oh. I'm just an avid fan of treasure, that's all. Some call me a magpie for this very reason. My favourite piece of treasure? Why, it's you, my dear. You're the most precious gemstone I've ever laid my eyes upon. If only I could keep you. I'd make sure you were safe. No one would hurt you. For I wouldn't allow it. No one would dare to leave a crack on you, my gemstone. For if they did, they would fall subject to my wrath. Of course I mean it. I'm a very honest queen, remember? Is what I'm doing too much? You don't think my little fixation is strange, do you? Because I know my court is starting to become concerned, and as much as I would like to ignore it, I can feel myself growing more, how shall I put it, self-conscious. I wish I didn't feel as so, but alas, here I stand. I cannot help it. You humans and your assortment of cultures and languages, your tales and legends that have been passed down from generation to generation. It's all so enthralling. I've never met a creature as mesmerizing as a human being. Yes, you may be a humble farmer in the human lands, but to me, you are so much more. From what I've read, humans are made of stardust. Isn't that exciting? It might not feel like it, but it's true. Your hands can carry tools and scars, but they also carry the cosmos. You are a child of the universe we call home. And, like each star in the sky tonight, you're one of a kind. You're perfect. I wish the Fae were made of stars. That way, we would be connected. Though, I believe we still are. You see, we Fae are said to be made of flora. We take pride in our relationship with Mother Nature. And, well, what is the earth without her sky? What is a flower without a star to gaze upon? They need each other. Nature falls apart without the harmony each one creates. And I believe we have that harmony. I can feel it between us, like a spark. Every time you leave me and journey back home to the human lands, I feel that harmony begin to dissipate. I feel lost without you. I try looking to the midnight sky to feel that same glow that radiates from the depths of your soul. But I cannot find it. Nothing can compare to you, my starlight, my gemstone, my human. Absolutely nothing. It pains me to watch you walk away, but I cannot allow myself to be greedy. Not yet, anyhow. You're more than a treasure for me to lock away. You're so much more than that. Goodness, I want to take a bite out of those flustered cheeks of yours so badly. You look utterly delicious. Oh, please don't be shy. Look at me once more, for there is something I would like to ask you. Do you like the way my greed seeps from behind my words? And do you like the way I hold your hand? Like so? What about when I call you my treasure? Or would you prefer it if I called you mine? You would? You'd like it if this Fae Queen called you hers? Well, then I believe 'tis only right if I ask you one more question. My darling human, will you stay here and give yourself to me completely? That's right. I've wanted you from the very moment I saw you in that dungeon. You ignited something within my heart, and that flame could do nothing but grow. You bewitched me, and as I learned more about you, I felt myself begin to fall, harder and harder, for that tantalizing aura of yours. My mind began to wonder as well, about how handsome you would look beside me, situated on a golden throne. Wouldn't you like to rule this kingdom with me? To be given that control, that ownership. Becoming a leader would suit you greatly, my darling. I can see the authoritative shine from within your eyes, even when it's hiding behind your timid expression. If you ask me, I'd say you were handcrafted for this role. This is a part you're meant to play. A royal leader. My royal leader. I'd finally be able to dress you up in silks and jewels, like I've always wanted to do. I could even get a consultation with my tailor, though if you would prefer a private consultation with just the two of us, I can collect your measurements and sew something together myself. I shan't get ahead of myself, though. After all, these choices rest upon your final decision. So, what will it be, Starlight? Will you return home? Or will you stay with me forever? You'll stay? Oh, how wonderful! My dearest, you have made me the happiest queen to ever rule this land. Now, you'll get to wear a circlet, like mine, and the history books shall remember us as the strongest royals to ever rule over the Fae. Speaking of which, I shall send for the scribe to work on those books immediately. Oh, how perfect you are, my gemstone, all mine. until the end of time. Hmm? No, no. Keep the necklace. 'Tis true. You do not need it any longer, but neither do I. I've parted with it, and now it is yours to keep. You can wear it as a display of my ownership, and in return I shall. What could I wear to show your ownership of me? Do you have any ideas? Why, of course. This is perfect. I'll wear the silver ring. Would you be ever so kind as to place it on my finger? I love it. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Now, I believe it is time for the final step. What do I mean? Why, since we are now one with each other, it is time to exchange our names. Do not fret. It's okay. We can do so without worry. We belong to each other now, my human. Though, if you feel it is too soon, then we can wait. I'll wait until the end of time, if it means that I get to hear your name. You are sure? You want to follow through? I shall go first then, if you do not mind. Hopefully in doing so you feel a little more relaxed. Very well. My enchanting darling, my treasure and starlight. My name is... What poor timing. I wonder who that could be. I'm so terribly sorry, my dear. I shall return shortly. In the meantime, please feel free to get comfortable in my bed. After all, it's grown rather late, and you look quite tired. I'd feel terrible if I kept you up for too long. Good night, Starlight. I will see you again soon.